Hey everybody, my name is Jacqueline Gadiming, also known as That Girl Jackie. Welcome to the I Am One YouTube channel, which is a channel all about self-love and self-understanding through astrology and spirituality. If you're new to this channel, welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, that's what's up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, because on this channel we talk about everything self-love, and there's so much to self. So we're gonna be diving deep into that as we ascend into our higher selves and being the best versions of ourselves. You know what I mean? So in this video, we're going to be talking about the sun sign in Gemini, because it is the third zodiac sign and it rules over the third house. So without wasting time, let's get into it, honey. Intro. So people under the sun sign Gemini are ruled by planet Mercury, which is the planet of communication, skills, learning, intellect, logic, thinking, anything that has to do with the mind and the throat, right? Communication. So Geminis are ruled by Mercury alongside Virgos. So in astrology, Virgos and Geminis are known to be good at communication, and they have a high intellectual capacity.
Read, honey, not read. There's a difference.
Okay, so because Geminis are always trying to learn about the environment and people and all of that, they are drawn to people that can stimulate their minds. They love bouncing ideas and communication, ruled by communication. They like conversations because that is mostly where you get to learn about people and learn new things. Geminis are naturally good investigators. They know how to get to the bottom of things, because they are always taking notes and observing their environment. So they are attentive, like nothing passes through them. Like if you pay attention to a Gemini, their eyes are always moving. Like they do not know how to just look at one thing and observe. Like they're looking at everything. Even if they're looking at you, they probably just looking at everything, and somewhat they can come off as maybe they are judging you, but they just observing, and that's just into it. Nothing judgmental, like there's observing without judgment, and that's what Geminis do. So because you are ruled by the planet of communication, you rule over communication. So you find that Geminis are great public speakers. They know how to deliver a message. You are generally good at writing. It could be poetry. An example of good poets would be the famous rappers like the late Tupac. Kendrick Lamar is also a Gemini. Kanye is also a Gemini, and you can tell by how they deliver the message, how they write their lyrics and everything like that. So Gemini is good at communication. You know what to say and when to say it, depending on whether your throat chakra is balanced or not. So I'm going to link a meditation that I usually do when I feel like my throat chakra is imbalanced, because Geminis can turn to use their communication to hurt people. Not all Geminis. If your throat chakra is imbalanced, you know what to say. So you generally know what to say to make somebody feel a certain way, But apart from that, you're really good at communication, and any career that deals with talking to people, like for example, promoting and salesperson will be like a great career for you, because you're good at that. Geminis love communication, and this is because you are ruled by the planet of communication, right? So you find that Geminis are always talking. They like talking. They are known to be the most talkative zodiac sign of all the star signs. And my mom is Gemini, and she's always on the phone. Like, I feel like when she's not talking, her mind is racing, because my Gemini's mind is always racing, but she's just always on the phone. Like she'll call everyone, even people that she's not close with. Like she'll be like, oh, let me call this person and check up on them, Like if you do not want a Gemini to call you, don't give your number to a Gemini, because Geminis love talking. They're always on the phone. Like the phone was made for a Gemini. Literally, that's all I'm saying, period. So because you are drawn to the environment and observing the environment, it is easy for you to use your instinct to know immediately when someone is not doing okay. So this makes Geminis to be great friends or amazing friends, because they know when you're not okay, and because of the communication again. They know how to make you feel better. They know what to say to make you feel better, and I feel like we all need a Gemini in our lives because of their witty and fun personality. They also know how to make you feel better. Like, they know how to get you out of a state of depression or overthinking and things like that. Okay, so Mercury is the trickster. So Geminis can manipulate you into anything they want, because Mercury is communication, and it is also the mind. So they know how to get into your mind using communication, so they can finesse you. This makes them also good liars, like they are the magician. They know how to make you think that something is the way they want it to be to you, if that makes sense. Like, they know how to get into your mind and make you think that a decision that you're taking is yours. And I realized from my mom, growing up, she used to make me think that certain things that I wanted to do were things that I wanted to, or I was a certain way that I knew that I wasn't, but I kind of believed it, like, I don't know how to explain it, but they know how to get into your mind. Like, they know how to finesse you and finesse you. And this is also because they have like a natural charm about them, so they know how to get into that mind. And because they're in the air signs, you cannot trap air, or you cannot hold air, so you won't catch them doing it, unless you like a very intuitive person and you can like smell life from a mile away. Apart from that, they got you. They have you in their hands. So Mercury has a certain charm about it. Like I said, they know how to be the person that you want, which has a different factors to it, because there's so much to a Gemini, but mainly because they're the tricksters, right? So they know how to appear like a perfect partner to you. And also, they are natural flirts. Like, they know to be very flirtatious because of their overly friendly personality. Okay, so Geminis are air signs. So air sign means that you are a free spirit and you like exploring your environment. You don't like being tied down. Like, air does not stay in one place. Like, nobody knows where air travels to or whatever. So that is a Gemini personality. You are all over the place, like and this I actually realized with my friends. Like, every time we go out, maybe we like go out to clubbing, when I used to club a lot. Like, you find that they are literally everywhere. Like, one moment they're dancing here, the next moment they're somewhere else. And also, they like being the life of the party. They like attention, not like a Leo, but they love attention in a sense that they don't seek the attention. They just love the attention and being the center. And I think Geminis are naturally good dancers and great performers. And this reminds me of my mom. Like, my mom loves performing. Sometimes I'm just like, you were supposed to be a performer, because wow, she just be doing the most, hosting parties and being the center of all the attention and all of that. Okay, so another factor to you being an air sign is that you are restless. You like exploring your environment. So you're a person that you love freedom, like I said. So you're always on a mission. Like, if you want to depress a Gemini, try to keep them in a room, like ground them. Usually, if you have a Gemini child, that is very torturous to do to a Gemini, because they just want to be on the move, and being stagnant could make you get into your head a lot. So that's why you're constantly moving, because it helps you free your mind and your soul. You crave new experiences and you do not like routine. Routine and repetition tends to suffocate you. Like I said, you are a person that is always on a mission, and you always want to try things. And I feel like that is the air energy. Like, air is just always trying to move to different places. Like, air is not stagnant, or it does not like being stuck. You are a bit random. Like, Geminis are really random and unpredictable. So this is a great personality to have, because your unpredictable personality makes you I don't know, like, you never get bored with a personality like that, or with a Gemini, because they always know how to like cheer you up and all of these things. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just like so cool. Another factor to being an air sign, it means that your mind is always racing and you're always thinking about different things. Like I said in the beginning of this video, you're not one person to think about one specific thing for a long time and just think about that thing. Even if you're just thinking about one thing, you always think about all possibilities to that specific thing. Your mind is always racing, and this can be very dangerous for, not dangerous, but a disadvantage to like a Gemini that is not grounded, because you can find yourself like thinking about different things, and that could make you depressed and have your emotions be all over the place, because our emotions are controlled by our mind. Whatever we think influences how we feel. So because you are always thinking about different things, you can turn to be moody or have your emotions like ups and downs when it comes to your emotions, because like I said, if you are stuck in your head, it's and meditation helps with getting out of your head and starting to live, because I feel like that is more of an SN personality. You are here to live and not get stuck, because it doesn't like being stuck. Like, you cannot trap air. Even if you try to bottle it up, immediately when you open that shit, it's somewhere else. We don't know. We can't even see air, right? So your dominant keyword is I think. So this means that you are always thinking. You are the thinker of the zodiac sign, and this makes you less emotional and more logic. And this could be a disadvantage when it comes to like interacting with more emotional signs like water signs, because you tend to be more logical and not emotional, right? Like I say, so you are more attracted to people that can stimulate your mind. You're more attracted to the mind and less the body. Like the body is just like an addition, it's just an extra. So you experience the world through a logical lens. So this means that you're always trying to learn. This makes you a very curious sign. You're always trying to get knowledge from other people. You never stop asking questions because you always want to know. You like being in the knowing, and this makes you the nerd of the zodiac signs. You are actually in the top 3 of the smartest zodiac signs, and I won't say the other 3. Maybe if you stay tuned, you'll find out about the others. You know how to soak up knowledge like a sponge, right? So this means that you are a person that when you are in social gatherings, like I said, you love people that can stimulate your mind, and this can be intimidating to people who are not so logical or do not like focus so much on knowing, because you also know a lot about a lot of things. And when you are like determined to know about a subject, you tend to want to know everything about it. So this could be very intimidating to people who do not know about a specific subject that you brought up. But one thing I know about Geminis is that they don't do this to seem smart, because Geminis are more low-key smart. Like, they don't like showing that they're smart to people. I do not know why, because my mom has this thing. I'm gonna refer to my mom a lot because she's been in my life all my life, but like, she has this thing that she knows something, but she's not gonna say anything, so you think that she don't know, but she know. And it's like, baby girl, just show me that you know that I know. Like, the anxiety is too much. So you love talking. So Geminis could possibly, maybe in high school, have been into debating. You probably like debating because that also comes from always wanting to bounce off ideas, and you might like starting arguments, but not all Geminis. I realize that it's not with all Geminis. I think this one is going to depend on your rising. If your rising is Gemini, you're gonna love, because my rising is Gemini, so I love debating. Okay, I don't so much love it now, but I used to love it in high school, and I always spoke facts, because Geminis, we got the facts. We research what we are talking about. We just don't talk. You know what I mean? Being an air sign, it means that you are a free bird. You do not like being controlled. You are an independent person, and like I said, you cannot trap air. So you're a very social person, like you probably have a lot of friends or acquaintances depending on how you label friends or define friends, but you're a person that has a lot of like connections. You are good at networking, so like anything that has to do with promotions and you know getting people to be where you at is great for a Gemini personality. Geminis have a weird sense of humor. I say weird because I really do not get it. I don't get it, um, only because my mom will make jokes that I really don't find funny. But I feel like that comes with the personality that you have. Like, you make jokes that fly off people that are not as fast as you. Like, I think her joke, because some people get her jokes. Like, some people will be laughing, and I'm just like, I don't get it. I don't get it, because I'm probably slow. I don't know, but it's whatever. Geminis are mutable signs. So mutable means that you are constantly changing. Mutable sign means that you like going with the flow. You are versatile. You are open-minded. You are adaptable. Like, being a mutable sign has a great quality. And Gemini and Pisces, they're known as the dualities because Pisces has the two fish, and you as a Gemini, you have the twins. So this basically means that you have multiple personalities. This has both advantages and disadvantages because we all have dualities within us, but with you it is more emphasized because of these energies that are inside of you, the yin and the yang. So the light side to this, it means that being a mutable sign, you are, like I said, adaptable. So if you were in a movie and you were the main character, which you are, you can easily get into any character that you want and nail it. Like, how to be any character because you're adaptable, like a chameleon. You know how to blend in and fit in, right? And the disadvantage to a personality is that you tend to look at your environment and use your environment to define yourself. Your environment could be the relationships that you get into or the friendships that you get into. You use that to define who you are, and this can make you have like an inner battle into actually finding out who you are as a person, because you tend to be a really friendly person that loves everybody, and most people could take an advantage of that. And the dark side could be very evil and aggressive and all of those things. So finding a balance could be very vital for you. And in terms of finding yourself, I'll suggest that you not use your environment to define who you are, because your inner world is the one that defines your outer world. So what you can do is just do some inner work and be in solitude. Geminis don't like solitude because, like I said, you can't trap air, but I feel like being in solitude always helps, understand your energy and understand who you are, so that when you go in there, you present yourself as who you want to be, not how you think that you should be. So Gemini is represented by the twins, and when we look at the twins are not facing each other, but rather they are facing, so Geminis are known to be like two-faced, and this is because you have the two twins that are not facing each other, which contradict each other. So they both have their own way of thinking. The light does not think like the darkness, right? So you might say something and find yourself saying another thing, because also you're always thinking, which means that you are going to change your mind, and most people, especially like fixed signs or water signs and earth signs, cannot adapt to your way of thinking, or find it hard to adapt to your way of thinking, because they do not understand why you are constantly changing. Talking to Gemini means that you're talking to two different people who think in two different ways. So that could be difficult, like Geminis also find it hard to understand why they are thinking about, but I feel like with every energies that we possess within us, we can learn to understand how they work and then use them to our advantage. Because I think that advantage to this is that you know how to put yourself in people's shoes, and understand their experiences. Another factor being to the fact that I said that you're very observant. You understand, you're an understanding person. This also means that you're very unpredictable, which could have a fun factor to people that are more spontaneous, right? So being predictable is boring sometimes, right? So but it could also have a disadvantage because Geminis can literally decide tomorrow that they don't want this relationship, because sometimes they be thinking something else but saying a totally different thing. And yeah, man, we just have to deal with it. Like, they could decide that we're going on a date now, and after 2 minutes decide that that's not what they want to do. They actually want to stay inside, or they want to go party instead. You just have to be like a spontaneous person when it comes to being in a relationship with a Gemini. Okay, so now we're going to move into the polarities. So the Gemini's polar opposite is Sagittarius. So Sagittarius are known to be very brutally honest because they're fire signs and other aspects to them. So polar opposite means that if we look at the clock and we compare it to like 12 zodiac signs, 12 o'clock on the clock. So Geminis are going to be 3 o'clock, and Sagittarius, they're going to be opposite, which is 9 o'clock, which means that on the zodiac wheel, you're going to be the 3rd zodiac sign, and Sagittarius is going to be the 9th zodiac sign, which means that you're going to possess similar energies, right? So Sagittarius are known to be honest and brutally honest, like they stand up for themselves and the truth. So Gemini, you know how to stand up for yourself and stand up for the truth. Like, you don't let anybody walk all over you. Like, you know how to stand up for yourself. You have strong opinions and you do not mind sharing them. You hate pointless drama because you don't like being around anything that drains your energy, which is also like Sagittarius energy. Like, immediately when something gets heated, you move on because you don't like fighting and all of that, like unnecessary drama. It's just like, why? So every zodiac sign rules over a certain body part, and Gemini's rules over the dualities of the upper bodies that move, right? Which is the lungs, the shoulders, the hands, the like all of that, right? So it means that you probably have had problems with your lungs, or you have had accidents when it comes to your hands and all of those things, because you rule over those movements. When it comes to the development of the star signs, we have 3 stages of the development of the star signs, which is the child, the teenager, and the adult. So if you are a child of the zodiac sign, it means that you are the first 4 of the zodiac signs, which is divided into 3, so if you are under the children of the zodiac sign, it means that you're going to have a childlike personality, which makes sense for Gemini because you are lively. Everybody knows that Geminis are like kids. You behave like kids, like sometimes I look at my mom just like, okay. Because she has a very bubbly personality, playful, and like a lot of energy. She's movement and all of these things, and that is part of like a Gemini personality. You are very entertaining. How to bring the vibes, like the life of the party. I feel like Leo, Aries, and Geminis are the life of the party. Like, how to bring the party, and other zodiac signs, but mainly those ones you like. Amazing. You have an outgoing personality, and you have pure emotions. Like, you have a pure presence about you. You're not one to hold grudges. You move on from things very quickly. This means being the baby of the zodiac sign also means that you are prone to selfishness. So as much as you're a giving and a loving person, you know how to be selfish with your time, energy, and all of that, which I think it is important to have a balance of both, unlike always giving and not receiving or giving to yourself. Gemini, you are easily winded and you do not like expressing your emotions, or you can't express your emotions. Even though you are always there for people, you tend to put a wall when it comes to other people trying to help you, and you try to figure everything by yourself because you feel like you cannot understand yourself, so how else is somebody else going to understand you? So because you rule over the throat chakra, I suggest that you meditate on your throat chakra so that you find the balance, because it also helps you express yourself, and not saying that the throat chakra is more important than other chakras, because you need to balance all, but that is where your energy is solely based, so that will be very good for you. And also it could help you, like if you are a person, because you always talking, right? And talking could lead to talking about other people. So in not saying there's anything wrong with that, because we all talk about people, just to do it in a more healthier way. um and if you find that you cannot express yourself and all of these things, meditating on the throat chakra could also be very vital, knowing what to say and when to say it, because we build and we destroy with our words. And last but not least, air. Observe, focus, breathe, and flow. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you're not subscribed, do the right thing, and I hope to see you in the other videos. And thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, and peace and love, and namaste.